What is Team Alchemy, and how can you use this towards transformational growth in your organization? Let's talk about that. Hey everyone, Brian Hughes here. Welcome back to the channel. Most organizations confuse collaboration with activity. They say collaborate because they have a brainstorming session, team retreats, Slack channels, group meetings, and whiteboard workshops. None of those things are bad. I like a good whiteboard session as much as anyone. But activity is not the same as alchemy. Team alchemy is different. It is when ideas multiply instead of competing. It is when solutions surprise the room. It is when people listen more than they perform. It is when credit flows freely between contributors. It is when disagreement can exist without ego attached. It is when conversation goes somewhere unexpected and the output exceeds anyone's personal individual capacity. That is not created by scheduling another meeting. It is created by trust. Real collaboration requires people to bring their best ideas and their most honest critique. That does not happen when people are afraid someone else will take credit for their work. It doesn't happen when disagreement becomes personal. And it doesn't happen when praise is withheld as leverage or when someone uses silence as covert aggression. And this is where we need to distinguish conflict from contention. Conflict can be healthy. Conflict is disagreement around ideas, assumptions, priorities, timing, or strategy. Conflict can sharpen thinking, and it can reveal blind spots. It can help a team see around corners. Contention is different. Contention is when disagreement stops serving the shared outcome and starts serving ego and status and power and control. In contention, people are forced to take sides. Information gets withheld as leverage. Critique becomes attack. Credit becomes currency. People stop trying to solve the problem and start trying to win the room. You cannot have contention and a high-performing team at the same time. You will still get output for a while. You may still hit a metric, but you will lose trust. And once trust leaves collaboration, what remains is politics. This is why leaders have to become peacemakers, not pacifists, not pushovers, not people who avoid tension. A peacemaker is someone who actively reduces contention while protecting the standard and the mission. A peacemaker does not say, everyone just be nice. A peacemaker says, we're going to tell the truth in a way that keeps us aimed at the shared outcome. That requires intervention. When someone talks over another person, you step in and say, hold on, I want them to finish. When someone dismisses an idea too quickly, you say, let's examine that before we move on. When someone gets personal, you redirect the issue. When credit starts flowing only upward or inward to a click, you name the contributions that made the result possible. The point is not to make the meetings comfortable. The point is to make truth safe. There is a difference. Comfort avoids friction. Safety allows friction without fear. In a healthy team, someone can say, I don't think this plan will work. And the room doesn't punish them for it. Someone can ask a hard question without being labeled as negative. Someone can challenge a senior person's idea without putting their career at risk. That is where innovation lives. But many teams never get there because leaders allow small moments of contention to pass unaddressed. Someone gets interrupted, nothing is said. Someone takes credit, nothing is said. Someone rolls their eyes at a junior person, nothing is said. Someone says, we tried that before, in a tone that shuts down exploration. And nothing is said. Every one of those moments teaches the team what is safe and what is not. Culture is shaped in the moments no one posts about. So if you want Team Alchemy, you have to protect the conditions that create it. First, make the shared outcome clear. Collaboration collapses when people are optimizing for different wins. Are we solving for customer experience, operational efficiency, revenue, quality, retention, speed, or learning? Name the outcome so people can aim together. Second, separate ideas from identity. A critique of the idea is not a critique of the person. Leaders have to model this by receiving disagreement without defensiveness. Third, teach people how to disagree without being disagreeable. This is a skill. Don't assume adults automatically know how to do it. Give language. Help me understand. What assumptions are we making? What would have to be true for this to work? Where do you see risk? Fourth, reward contribution, not performance theater. Some people sound collaborative while dominating the room. Others quietly make the solution better. Pay attention to the difference. Fifth, interrupt contention early. Don't wait until the team is divided into camps. By the time there's open factionalism, you're already too late. The best sign that you are building this correctly is not that your team never disagrees. It is that your team disagrees more honestly and recovers more quickly. Even better, you know it's working when someone on your team can call you out for your unintentional dismissing an idea, and then you receive it without ego. That is high trust, that is high accountability, and that is where innovation meets action. So don't mistake meetings for collaboration. Do not mistake activity for alchemy. Do not mistake silence for alignment. Your team does not need more ways to perform collaboration. It needs a culture where ideas can multiply, credit can flow, truth can be spoken, and contention gets removed before it becomes the operating system. That is Team Alchemy. If you'd like some help with this, reach out and let's see what we can do together. Also, if you'd like to see how your organization ranks on the toxicity scale, be sure to click on the link in the bio for the culture quiz. And if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this around leadership and organizational health.